Before all of the benchmarks on this gaming PC, let's go over all of the parts that we're going to be using. The list to everything to build this computer will be down in the description below, alongside if you would like to purchase this computer from me. My Facebook link will also be down in the description. So first up, we have an MSI Z790 motherboard. The reason that I ended up getting this, one, is because it's going to support the NVMe speeds that I ended up choosing, alongside the RAM that I ended up choosing, which we will end up going over in a couple of moments here. The CPU that we're going to be using is an i7 14700K, because the graphics card that we got is an RTX 4070 Ti, and the i7 14700K is going to pair very, very well with that. And the reason that I ended up stating what I did about the NVMe, which I did already install alongside the DDR5 RAM, is that MSI did an incredible job with the XMP profiles specifically for Intel. Overall, the RAM that I ended up getting specifically is just the 6200 megahertz RAM. It's nothing super special. I feel like the 6200 megahertz is really where the noticeable difference stops, you know what I mean? But overall, that is this section of it. Now, I do understand, okay? I understand the power supply that I'm about to go over is way too much for this computer, but I build computers for people that are upgradable and future-proof them. So I understand that a 1500 watt power supply is not anything that an i7 14700K or an RTX 4070 Ti is going to require. But the thing is, dude, is that when you think about the 4090 and the i9 14900K and how much power they consume, I'm aware that the 50 series graphics cards are not out right now, but it just seems like every time something new comes out, it starts to draw more and more power. So that is why I got the 1500 watt power supply, so that if the owner of this computer that I'm building it for wants to upgrade to something like an RTX 5080 or even an RTX 5090, they will be able to do that without having to go and get an entire different computer. They can bring it back to me and I can simply swap the graphics card out for them. And that is all I will have to do. So since we're talking about the graphics card, let's go over the ASUS graphics card. Hands down, I understand that ASUS is getting a lot of flack right now, but overall, man, I genuinely feel like they make the best products, or I don't want to say they make the best products, but at least for graphics cards, I really like the designs that they offer. MSI also offers some very cool, aesthetic, sleek looking designs. And if it's not obvious with pretty much every single computer that I build, I really like to focus on the aesthetic side of stuff, because what's the point of having a mid to high end computer sitting on your table if it doesn't look good? Kind of pointless, right? But overall, as you can tell, it's a very nice, good looking graphics card. So that's really the main reason that I ended up getting this thing. For the AIO, you got to remember, I understand that people are gonna be like, why would you get a thermal right AIO? The radiators and all of this stuff, dude, they're patented. So the higher end AIOs, like with the EK nucleus and the ASUS and the Lee and all the Corsair ones, they're all using the exact same thing. So until the patent ends or until somebody comes out with some sort of a new design for an AIO cooler, they all perform pretty similarly. However, there are some lower end ones that I have gotten that I install and immediately there's a bunch of air bubbles in it. So, but I haven't run into that problem with this one. And the infinity mirror, which you guys will have already seen, I've used this AIO quite a few times. I've tested this on my own personal computer, literally right there with a 14900K in it, and it performed perfectly fine. So that we got some Asia Horse power supply extensions, again, just for aesthetic reasons. It's really the only reason I got them. However, I have used the Easy DIY cables before, and those worked perfectly fine. So, yeah. So that is all of that stuff. The Be Quiet case is the case that we're going to be using. And that is this fella right here. Should probably move my stuff out of my way. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to be installing some different RGB fans. So you can kind of see there's 3 fans in here. I don't know why they installed it that way, but I'm going to put all 3 of those in the front, and I'm going to see what it looks like. And then I also have an extra RGB fan that I'm pretty sure it was, I don't remember what brand it is. Sama, I think is what that says. But anyways, cool case. It has RGB on the front. And the cool thing about Be Quiet is that the loudness of it, like they have panels in these with like the soundproofing, and it's super cool. And then it comes with all the accessories and that kind of stuff. So now we're going to go over the benchmarks. You guys will have already seen the actual computer build, what it actually looks like, and all of that kind of stuff. Again, list, I put that together for you for a reason, and that is because it's very simple for you to look at everything on one page. It is a full list. The AIO, the power supply, the case, the CPU, the RAM, the motherboard, the NVMe drive, everything. I do that for you, and that is linked in the description. It's literally on Amazon. It's going to send you over to my Amazon store, and then you can see and choose which ones would benefit you. If you're building this and you don't want something to this extent, you don't need a 1500 watt power supply. If you're going to be building this computer, you're going to be perfectly fine with, I want to say probably an 800 watt power supply, but make sure that you get a power supply from a reliable company. If you go that route, if you get like an Apevia 1000 watt power supply, then you're going to be perfectly fine, because even if it doesn't offer you the like maximum amount of power, it's 1000 watts. So if it drops down to 800 every once in a while, it's still going to be more than enough for this computer specifically. However, just do note that if you're getting an Apevia power supply, you need to go more. You need to go more than you actually need, because it's not the best quality power supply. And you also need to remember that that is probably not going to last you as long. But with that said, I'm just going to take a wild guess that you're probably not going to be keeping your computer for more than 5 years. And the Apevia power supply, I've been building computers for people for over 2 years now. And I've used the Apevia power supplies multiple times on the lower end builds. And I offer lifetime warranties for everybody. You know what I mean? So I haven't had anybody come back to me and ask me to fix a computer other than one person, and it wasn't me fixing it, it was me upgrading the CPU in it, because they were afraid to upgrade from an i7 to an i9. So I did that for them. You know what I mean? But overall, man, we're gonna build this fella. You guys will have already seen the benchmarks. Like I said already, you'll have already seen what the final build looks like and all that kind of stuff. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you would like this computer, if you would like to buy this computer from me, then my Facebook and all that kind of stuff for you to reach out to me will be down in the description alongside my pinned comment. So yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.